Hello, I'm Brandon McCorkle, the Aftermarket Websites Manager. I've been here about 5 years, working directly with shops across the US and Canada. We built aftermarket websites to solve a common problem. Too many shops weren't showing up online the way they should, and they were missing out on calls, contacts, and installation opportunities because customers couldn't find them or didn't trust what they saw. This platform is built specifically for the automotive aftermarket. It's only available to physical brick and mortar shops in this industry because it's easy to manage, works on any device, and supports online product sales if needed. But our main focus is helping your shop get found and chosen, which means more leads, more calls, and more installation opportunities. We offer two plans, Base and Pro. The base plan, pretty simple, just gives you everything you need to build a strong online presence and start generating leads. The Pro plan includes advanced tools like year, make, model filtering, access to 300 plus additional brands, pre-built service pages, priority support, third-party integrations, the ability to add your own labor rates to product data, and more customization to help you grow. Now, I'm going to show you a live Pro website. It's one of our test websites, so you can see exactly how it all works in action. So just from first glance, it's a nice modern approach. You have plenty of design flexibility here. It supports full width content, centered content, and then of course it's got the aftermarket tools like I mentioned for the Pro plan, including year, make, model tool that will filter out parts obviously that customers don't need. It has a search bar where it's called autocomplete. Basically, as a customer types in a part number, or if they type in a specific search term like a category, brand, or series, it's going to start showing the customer exactly what they're looking for to hopefully help get them to what they're wanting quicker. It's got the ability to add your own labor rates to product data. So if you upload back industries, for example, in this scenario, you can add your own labor rate. I did this for $100 an hour, but I applied it to the back industries brand for 30 minutes, and it will automatically calculate math for you as well, giving the customer the opportunity to purchase something with installation in one swing. So hopefully taking a step out of the equation for you to get them on your books quicker. But you can also have a lot of different configuration options on the back end, such as connecting to your AAM member warehouse inventory levels. So in this example, I have that. You see the add to cart on button with, the add to cart button on parts with inventory level above 0, and then anything 0 or less on back order would take away the add to cart button and change it to a second call to action, which would be contact for availability. Pro platform also supports multiple locations here, so they can contact that direct location, and it's going to pre-fill this message with the part that they're interested in. You can also change it to where the add to cart button's on everything regardless of stock level. So basically you just tell us kind of what configuration you're looking for, and we'll make it work. We also have an interactive garage integration. So once you put your vehicle fitment in, you will see a view on vehicle button by Interactive Garage below all the product data that they have images for, and it will bring up your vehicle that you've selected in their system and show that part on the vehicle, and then you can change the orientation, things like that. It supports, service modules to where anything mainly that's not data related, or if there's specific areas of your company that you want to focus in, you can create these service modules to help narrow down and focus, get people to those locations to learn more about what you do specifically in that segment of the industry, maybe showcase a couple galleries of your work, talk about it a little bit, add images, videos, that sort of thing. And of course, any other graphics that you would want to add to your website for any other customization, carousels, you can do so as well. The footer, also fully editable. You can add images to it. You plug in your social media. One of the biggest perks about us is we make sure your address and phone number are visible on every page, and we do that by making sure it's here in the footer and up in the location as well. It's in this location icon there. So even though we have all these aftermarket tools built into the platform, it is still a full web service at the end of the day, where you can still create your own blogs, create your own galleries, custom pages. You have your design options. You have different configurations on how you want your product data presented, on how you want your checkout flow to go, different e-commerce payment and shipping options as well, tax rate additions, and that kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and jump to the back end, and I'll walk you through a lot of the different settings. I won't go into too much detail on everything, but I will focus on the higher end things here. So once you log in, you're going to see your dashboard. You can have two different dashboards. If you care more about the analytics side of things, you can by default just keep it the way it is. But if you wanted to really dive deeper into e-commerce, if you wanted to, the platform does support e-commerce. It's just not our main focus. You can change it to the sales dashboard here as well. That way that now becomes your new default, but you can easily switch between the two at a moment's notice. You will always see our latest releases here upon login. That way you stay up to date on what our development and data team has done to continue the growth of the website. And then, of course, any information that we find to be valuable for you, we will link down here as well. So it's sort of a fresh information dashboard that shows you any recent, walkthrough videos that we've done that connects to our knowledge base, any blogs that we've written to maybe give you some different ideas to help spruce up your business, maybe go in a more analytical direction, or just making sure you're staying on top of what the industry has to offer, of course. The dashboard is going to also show you your monthly report up here. So the blue number is going to indicate the current number for the past 30 days, and that percentage increase or decrease is going to show you what your current number is based on what it was last month for the previous 30 days. So on the left-hand side, you see our main navigation panel here. Under products, you can look at your individual product data here by clicking view. So once you upload something or create a product yourself, so the platform does create the platform does support being able to create your own custom product data, custom categories, subcategories, custom brands, custom series, anything outside of our own database that you can upload, which we'll get to here in just a second. It does support all that basically almost everywhere here in the navigation panel here. Once you click on something, you're going to see an action bar at the top right. You can add new, delete, import, export. There's going to be different features for different areas where it's required, but more notably, you're going to see this little knowledge base icon. It looks like a little floppy disk. If you click that, it's going to actually take you to those relevant category or relevant articles that we've created for that specific area in the knowledge base. So just in addition to our unlimited support, customer support that you would receive directly from us after you get a website with us, of course, there's a lot of information hosted on this knowledge base where you can just easily jump over and see how to create a product. What is each, like once you click into a product, for example, what does all that mean? How to disable product data, that kind of thing. But you will see this little icon in quite a bit of different places. Let's talk a little bit further about the data. So on the Pro platform, you're going to see two boxes here of data sheets that are directly connected to our database that our data team manages for you. Supporting brands and non-supporting brands. The biggest question received is, well, what's the difference? So supporting brands, these are people that pay money to be a part of our distribution network. We are a group of regional warehouses all throughout US, Canada, and Australia. We are the Total Truck Centers brand, Parts Pro brand, Engine Pro brand, so it's a culmination of all of that. But these supporting brands, we work directly with them. Our data team works with their data team to help grade their data. These manufacturers give us product data to shoot video and photo for at our in-house studio, and we have a great working relationship with these guys throughout the year, and we have had for many years. The non-supporting brands, we don't have that direct one-on-one relationship with, but for our Pro platform users, you get the additional non-supporting brand box, which is around 330 plus additional data sheets that you have available to you for your website that we can still pull from third-party data networks like SDC, DCI, PDM Automotive, other networks out there. Uploading product data, very, very simple. You just select the checkbox of all the brands that you want to upload. You click Review Products, and you click Upload. It will automatically create every product page and every product card for these brands. It'll create all the categories and subcategories. You don't have to create them yourself. We have our own taxonomy in-house. It'll create the brand landing page, and it'll also create the series landing page. Once you have something uploaded, you don't have to re-upload it again, because every time that they send us a new data sheet, whether it's supporting brand or non-supporting brand, once that new data sheet hits our system, it'll notify your website basically behind the scenes. You'll never even know what happens, that, hey, there's been a new price increase, or there's new product data that's been added to this line. There's stuff that they've marked discontinued. So all that's going to be fixed for you on your website. So the more time we can get you and keep you in your shop and worrying about your website a little bit less is one of our goals. And this is how we help achieve that. We are also map protected as well. So let me just show you real quick. That little map icon just showcases that that manufacturer does have a map enforcement policy. So I'm going to jump over to an MX4 backflip cover and just show you the price tab. So this was all created after I uploaded the Back Industries brand. It's going to pull in all that information for you. I'm going to jump to the price tab and show you that they have let us know that map pricing for this product is $1149.99. And that's what I uploaded to your website at. So all pricing that you see on the website, at least upon the initial upload, is what the manufacturer has in their data sheets that they've provided to us. So you can edit the price either by this field, but we definitely recommend doing just an increase or decrease based on that price field by whatever percent you want. You can adjust your product pricing by individual product data, which, as we all know, obviously this industry has millions and millions of SKUs, so it's really tedious to do all that. So we've made it pretty easy to target a full category or a full subcategory, an entire brand, an entire series, to be able to target everything attached to those with an increase or decrease to help reach the margin that you're looking for. However, for the map protection I was discussing earlier, if you accidentally come in here and you try to edit some pricing and you try to go below map and you click save, it's going to actually block you from doing so. So our biggest goal, arguably on this, at least from the support side, is making sure you're in good standing with these manufacturers and keeping you from being able to break map pricing and staying compliant. So last thing we want is our customers to be on a do not sell list, and the last thing we also want would be for us to lose access to the data. So there are safeguards built into the platform to prevent those things from happening. We'll jump back over to the product uploader section. So even though we have all this data available to you, in total there's over 500 brands on the base platform, you only get access to this top supporting brand section, which is around 175, 180. You can still upload your own custom files. So in addition to what I said earlier about being able to create your own product data, categories, brands, or series, if you wanted to do any bulk changes, uploads, updates, that kind of thing, you can do so as well using a spreadsheet. If you choose to turn on e-commerce and want to do that, you do have an order management screen and system here. So let me just walk you through a quick order. I won't plug in your make model or anything. I'm just going to jump straight to it. So we'll add with installation here. We'll skip your make model. Definitely don't recommend that for customers, but just for test purposes, here's the product that the customer has in their cart. I selected add labor. If I didn't, it would serve another reminder here. If I applied labor rates to the product data, you can also add things like additional shipping to certain product data as well, just to really meet those specific parameters that you're looking for or require. Okay, so obviously ignore the green checkout box. Yours is going to look nice and simple like this. The customer will input their information and then take them to this screen. So they only need 3 things. We try to make it as simple as possible for your customers to give you money: address, shipping, payment. Once you've set up your payment options on the back end, once you've set up your shipping options on the back end, then this screen will become populated with what you've connected. So you will have to have an account with Authorize.net or PayPal or Aftermarket Payments by PayJunction, that kind of thing. Affirm for pay over time. That's another one that we offer in order for this to become available on the checkout screen. So once the customer selects everything and they're ready to go, you can also add additional details if you would like to the checkout screen for any additional disclaimers, that kind of thing. You could do so. You're going to click Pay Now, and it's going to take the customer to an order success screen here. This will do 2 things. A, it will send the customer a order confirmation email with their invoice to showcase or to show them that, hey, the order has went through to the store, that kind of thing. It's processing. And then on your side, as the store owner, you will receive an email notification that an order has come through with the same invoice and all the information that you would need to fulfill that part. So a common question we get on this platform is, when a customer places an order, how does that part get to the customer? Treat this no different than an order collector that works for you 24/7 to be able to collect orders and showcase all of your services that you offer and get you found better online. So once an order comes through, treat it no differently than if I walked up to your counter today and ordered that part, whether I wanted it shipped to my home, whether I wanted it to just pick up from the store and then install it myself, or maybe pick up from store and give you that installation opportunity. So jump over here, refresh the page, and you will see the most recent order come through here at the top. And then from here, you can see some quick information. You can change the order statuses here. You can put a comment in here. So let's just pretend that, all right, cool, I reached out to you. I noticed when that order came through, you went ahead and paid for installation. So I called you and I got you on my books. We picked a good day and a good time. appointment reminder, details here. Like you can type out whatever you would like to notify the customer. If you wanted to notify the customer, if not, you could just use this as your own history taking. However, you can notify the customer via email, via text, via both, however you want to do it. Basically, would send them a new invoice with the new status and the new comment on there. So a way to communicate with the customer. It is important to know that unless you connect specific mail settings on the back end, then it's not necessarily a two-way street where customers can come and just reply to the email and reach out to you unless you have that set up. So a little bit more of advanced setup there, but the customer's information is all going to be right here that you can call and email directly if you need. It'll show the products that they ordered, the price, and everything else. The risk score evaluator is going to range from 0.1 to 99 or 100, and the higher the number, the more likely it is to be fraudulent. So just another way to let you know, hey, this order may be fraudulent or not, and to help you, understand if you want to move forward with it. The platform supports gift certificates. It supports coupons. So if you want to create your own coupons and run those kinds of things. More importantly, RealTruck has what they call instant savings or instant rebates, the match and redeem program. They come and go with these different programs, and we have support built into the platform for it. We set start date and end date. So if you ever want to opt into any of these things, you can do so. If you want to run your own specials or run your own rebates on anything that you might have, access to do so, or maybe it's your own product data, you can come in here and create these yourself as well. But these are ones that we maintain that our partner manufacturers create for you to just simply turn on and kind of forget about, and it's going to run its course through that start date and end date. Customers can create accounts on your website. You can go in there and edit their details, look at their order history, vehicle, garage information, returns, their order history, that kind of thing. You can assign credits to customer accounts, see where they've logged in from, ban customers, delete customers, whatever you need to do there. You can also set up tax exempt as well. So if a customer is tax exempt, you can set up those commercial or fleet accounts. You could also create customer groups as well. This would be a way for you to be able to go in and take this set of customers or one customer, attach them to a different group. Like I made an example here called Jeep, and you can configure different settings. So that way, if they're logged in and they're attached to that specific group, you can change to where they only have certain payment shipping options, different price view, make sure that customer group is locked down, that you have to approve the customer to be able to even join, different price adjustments, and things like that. You can run some basic reporting here on the platform as well, but on the Pro platform, you do have access to Google Analytics. So whichever you'd like to choose there, you can run some reporting and look at different things. We have custom forms as well. So by default, if you sign up, we'll have the basics in there, like contact us and newsletter. You can click this specific form to see all the entries for it. Same thing with the newsletter sign up. If you don't want to use the internal newsletter collection that we have built into the platform, you can always just import your own from a third-party email service like MailChimp or Constant Contact into the platform. Usually they'll give you a little snippet of code to place on a page or a pop-up on a screen. To create new forms, you can come here and just click View, click Create New, or you can edit the existing details of current forms. Here's where you manage all your content like alerts, banners, image grids, featured product module, service module, dealer locator if you have a lot of stores, a lot of locations. Here's where you could create custom pages under Pages, edit existing pages, that kind of thing. Edit your nav bar. So this up here, if you want to create navigational drop downs, that kind of thing, this is where you would do that. And then at the bottom, we have what we call custom brands and pre-built pages. This is where you can go in and turn on those pre-built pages I mentioned earlier. So there's a lot of things in this industry that isn't really backed by a data sheet like a truck bed cover company would have. Things like car detailing. Yes, there are product data like that, but you might want to showcase different services and packages that you offer. You might want to showcase, some work that you've done, like galleries, that kind of thing. Some things that, custom pages are a better option for than product data specifically. So we have a whole slew of different options that you can just simply turn on or turn off. The idea behind this is to, let's say you don't want to, or you don't know how to create your own custom page, which the platform does support. But let's say for truck bed liners, you just want a generic truck bed liner page, you can turn it on, and then you can go into that page and then edit the details behind it. So if you turned on the truck bed liner page, it would look something like this, where it's easily edited editable to where you can go in on the back end and change out different things. Maybe you don't want this image there. Maybe you don't want this text to say that. Maybe you want to personalize this page with, instead of saying your truck bed lining experts, you say, hey, this is my city, this is my state, this is my service area, or maybe your company name, truck bed lining experts, that kind of thing. You can always change this text in and out as well. If you didn't want to change it, no harm, no foul. But it is designed to where obviously personalized pages are, they perform better SEO wise, but these are just ways for you to be able to get these different services displayed on your website without having to build it yourself. The platform also supports blogs, so you can create blog pages, attach them to a blog module, and then attach that blog module to a page. You have different settings as well where you can make sure that, okay, this specific blog module, I want to make sure I show all blogs, or maybe I want to use the latest 3 blogs, or maybe I want to select my own blogs to appear on this page. So it supports those different features. This marketing tab will take you over to your AAM account, so whether it's Total Truck Centers, Engine Pro, Parts Pro, but I pulled out some of the higher details in there, so things like ready posts for quick and easy to copy paste social media content that our marketing team curates, in-store TV, which is we have a Roku app for under Total Truck Centers. You just search for the Roku app, Total Truck Centers, just click on it and it'll automatically play hours and hours and hours long of video that we've done highlighting different products and different series with our supporting manufacturers. The Pro platform does support, it has a pseudo connection basically with email marketing here. This is where you can use our email marketing service that we use internally. We can create you an account with and then utilize it on the website. So on the back end, that marketing tab just links you to those specific details. Different product news that we release, videos, rebates, offers, guides, copyright tips, that kind of thing. The e-commerce tab, this is where you can change your currency. So if you're a Canadian client, of course, we can set that up by default, obviously. But if you ever need to change any of the currency settings, details, auto update features for the global standard, like all that's done here. Payments, this is where you go in to connect your payment options. You can connect your shipping options here as well. And then you can set up your tax rates, your geo zones, if you want to restrict certain things to certain areas. We have surcharge support in here as well. You don't have to use it as just a surcharge, but you could also use it as like a handling fee or a processing fee, that kind of thing. This price adjustment tab right here just gives you a good idea of, let's say you've went through and you've targeted 20 to 30 different brands and you have different price adjustments on all of them and you want to see it in like one high level overview. This price adjustment tab will show you a full list of everything that you currently have adjusted, and you can easily make adjustments on this screen. This settings tab right here will be your general store settings. So this is kind of like the engine of the website, how you want some things to operate, your colors, your themes, your buttons, your flow, how many products you want to show on a specific page, that kind of information, your store hours, logos, site information like your meta title, meta tag description, that kind of thing. Different design options where you edit your footer, your, what your email information is going to look like, different image sizing, form placeholders, tons of different options here. I won't go into the detail because I'll bore you to death, but this is pretty important for you to understand that, if you do have a website with us, you have a lot of things available to you, different price options, different mail options, and then of course different things like earlier I showed you the checkout, where the add to cart button was on every product except ones that had no stock. You can change that right here. So if this specific example in here, out of stock checkout, it allows customers to still check out if the products they're ordering are not in stock. This is basically going to disregard stock level and put the add to cart button on every product. So like I said, different ways, different configurations. I know I'm kind of flying through this, but there's a ton of information in here. This is stuff that we'll go through. If you would like to schedule a demo with myself, or if you wanted to go ahead and sign up, you will receive full training and full support. This is where you create your labor rates. This is the example I gave earlier where I created an installation rate for $100 per hour, and then I applied it to the Back Industries brand to show 30 minutes. That way it automatically calculated the math for me, showing, hey, do you want to add installation for $50? So that way if they click this button right here, it's going to say, all right, here's the price of the part. And then if you click this button, it's going to add an additional $50 to it on a separate line item. If you have more than one location, this is where you would add those here. Once again, we'll take that, we'll sort that out with you throughout the setup process, of course, and get that taken care of. Here's the list of the third-party integrations that we have on the platform currently. Yeah, you can configure your year, make, model to do different things. You can change the heading and where it redirects somebody if they put it in. By default, it will take them to the catalog page to continue driving down their data set. You can enable additional year, make, model options. So beyond 2015 Ford F-150, you could also ask the customer to input body type, submodel, bed length. But even if you don't have these enabled, if a product requires you to like a truck bed cover, it kind of needs to know bed length to really confirm fitment. The product will still ask for those things. So what I mean by that is where it says select vehicle up here, once you plug in all that information, it will still continue. If it needs more information to confirm the fitment, the year, make, model will adjust to do so. You can also set it to where it provides a warning. If somebody has not filled out their year, make, model and they try to add something to their cart, which you saw earlier, then it will basically pop up a warning, say, hey, we don't know if this product's going to fit. Do you want to, fill it in? So it'll pop up the box and then fill it in just to confirm fitment, reduce returns and refunds for you to worry about. But you can change your design options of the year, make, model. My favorite here is probably the exclusion tab. I highly doubt stores on our platform are getting phone calls about Lamborghini or BMWs, Bentleys, Alfa Romeos. Basically, you can go in here and turn these off. And the reason those exist in the first place is there might be some universal parts out there in manufacturers' data sheets that actually do fit some of these vehicles. But if you want to weed those out, you can do so. But if you don't want to go one by one and weed them out, we have different ways you can approach it. So use popular makes right here. This will make sure that no matter what you've excluded or not, it will show you the popular makes here at the top of the screen. That way they don't have to scroll all the way down to find something like Toyota. Car dealerships on our platform with accessory centers, sometimes they don't care about product data that's less than 5 years old. So they may come in here and put in 2020 is the lowest year that they could select type thing. This employees tab is where you would go in and create logins for, this is where we'll create your admin login for the website. And then this is where you could go in and manage other accounts for people or create new accounts for people that need access to your website as well. This is where you can add those additional fields to the checkout page I was showing earlier. And you can do that for more than just the checkout page, but in different areas. And then, of course, the sitemap will auto-generate for you. This is basically how Google and other search engines read your website to understand what contents you have on, which specific pages. So we have 5 groups on this website platform: products, categories, brands, information pages. Those are going to be like your terms and conditions, your privacy policy, your About Us page, and then, of course, this is going to be custom pages, whether you've created something yourself or pre-built service pages, those things. But by default, it will generate itself automatically every 2 weeks, and this is to make sure that they have the most up-to-date information. So the last thing I'll do to conclude this video is go over the timeline of what to expect if you did sign up with our platform. So in terms of timeline and payment, and then of course what we need from you versus what we do. So whether it's base or pro, obviously the price is different, but whether it's base or pro, if you signed up today, you select between base or pro on this form, and then you pay your setup fee. And then after your setup fee, the only other thing from that point that we need from you is your content submission form. So after you pay your setup fee, it will send you to a content submission form where you give us your basic information to build your first draft of the website. After you submit that content submission form, it's not that large, so it's rather quick. So if you are ready to sign up and move forward, just make sure that you have that information ready to go. But once you fill that content submission form out, we do get notified of the signups. We get notified of those content submission forms being submitted. Your first draft of the website will be ready for review within 3 business days. And then after that, we'll send it to you under a hidden subdomain. That way your current website stays active while we're building the new one. And then whenever the website is finished and live, basically when you where you don't have the transfer your domain to us or anything. It's a hands-off, no restrictions policy. It's no additional fees, none of that. But basically, wherever you bought your domain name through, you just log into there and change your DNS settings to point to our server. But if that sounds like a foreign language to you, no worries. We will walk you through all that. We will quite literally just hold your hand and get you through all this. It's really not much at all. The only thing that we need is when we send your draft back to you is to give us feedback and give us information. It's your shop, it's your company. We want to be able to tell your story accurately. I have no doubt my team can build something nice that looks well, functions well, but it's your company at the end of the day, and your feedback helps get us through that draft process. So that first draft will be sent to you. You let us know what you like, what you don't like, and we move from there. And we'll make sure to cover all bases: design, data, integration, settings, e-commerce, whatever you want to set up. We'll make sure to handle that. So the timeline is, if you sign up and you pay your setup fee, whether it's base or pro, 45 days later, your monthly payment begins. And this is all month to month at that point, after that first payment comes out. So just like Netflix, no cancellation fees, no contracts. We don't want to lock anybody down or anything like that. If you signed up for base and you ever wanted to upgrade to pro, that's very possible. We don't double charge setup fees. So if you pay $500 for a setup fee for base, we actually remove that $500 from the pro setup fee and not charge, double setup fee at that point. Vice versa, if you sign up for pro but you want to downgrade to base, you can do that as well. But just to recap, timeline is sign up, pay your setup fee payment, fill out your content submission form, give us feedback throughout that draft process, and 45 days later, that's our goal. That's our time frame we want to get the website completed in. Our average is less than that, but that is where we'll be able to go in and once your website goes live and you change your domain name over, you're out of the setup process at that point. It is your website to do with what you want at that point. But don't forget, you have that unlimited support at your fingertips at all times. Call us, email us, hop on a screen share. It doesn't matter to us. We want to be able to help you. Personal support, personalized support is pretty lost nowadays, but not with us. It's still here. So that concludes Aftermarket Websites, who we are, what we have to offer. If you have any questions at all, my contact information will be in the description of this video and on screen. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out, or if you would like to schedule a personal demo with myself, then the link will also be in the description as well, or at aftermarketwebsites.com. Aftermarketwebsites.com/demo, and then you'll be able to submit a form. It'll give me your contact information. I'll reach out and we'll get something on the schedule. Other than that, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any other further questions, like I said, feel free to reach out and I'll be glad to help. Thanks.